Hi, Chris.
How you doing, Adrienne?
Good. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm excited for our conversation.
Likewise.
Hello, everybody. I am here with Chris. He is the head of client services for PLUSnxt. We're really excited to talk about our partnership today, as well as some of the really exciting things that PLUSnxt is doing to help their clients with growing data volumes and really, really aggressive and tight timelines. So let's dive right in. Let's talk a little bit more about the aggressive discovery deadlines that you guys are seeing, how it can be difficult to meet those deadlines because of various factors, and what challenges that your team has seen and helped overcome with your clients.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, let's be real, right? Data sizes are not shrinking, right? It's always getting bigger, and our timelines for our clients are also not expanding to offset those large data sets. So we do always need to think about, how do we get through those large data sets in the same amount of time when we had to get through small data sets. And so it's a challenge sometimes, but we always look at the broader picture of how we can get through that data and how we can support our clients. And one of the things that we focus on is RelativityOne to help us do that. So I guess my question for you is, what are some of the things that Relativity is doing to help us leverage the tools to get through that large data sets?
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely talk about that. And it's interesting, my background is mostly on the corporate side of sales here at Relativity. And so we've had clients who have had changing data volumes for years, really large matters that come out of nowhere, really, really aggressive timelines that don't seem to be accommodating the growing dynamics of the data, the different data sizes, different data types, et cetera. And so what we have helped our clients utilize in our product to help speed up those and meet those aggressive deadlines is things like Relativity Collect, directly built into RelativityOne. It allows for immediate access to the data, is really easy to use. Import, export, things like our analytics tool set that's built into RelativityOne and available immediately. So whether it's using something like an email threading to help get through your data with structured analytics and whittle that data set down, or even conceptual analytics and Review Center. There's lots of tools that are built in. And in addition to that, I would say one of the biggest tools that we have, one of the biggest advantages that RelativityOne offers is partners like yourself, partners like PLUSnxt, who are completely dedicated to RelativityOne and utilizing the product to its fullest capabilities and know how to use RelativityOne for their clients' advantage in these tough situations.
Yeah, that's great. And like you mentioned, we are all in on RelativityOne. We use all of the tools that are built within RelOne. And one of the things that we really leverage that I love is Relativity Collect. We use that tool every week, if not every day, to help our clients get data in the tool. And we can get data collected from a client and streamed to Relativity faster than any other process. We love that. We also use email threading, structured analytics, but also we use Review Center on every project, whether or not we're using the cutoff score or not, but it helps us allocate the right data at the right time to get data out the door in a production quickly. For example, we had a corporate client that we work with a lot that we already have the handshake set up for Relativity Collect, and they had to produce data within a week, and they had something like 80 custodians they needed to collect. We started with 10, we collected data, and by the next morning we had already run search terms, we've already had email threading done, and they were reviewing data, and we had the first production out the door 3 days later. So tools like Relativity Collect are invaluable to us.
Oh, that's incredible. My little orange Relativity heart loves to hear that. I've been at Relativity long enough to remember before we had Relativity Collect available to our customers. And so we do still have some customers who utilize other collection tools that are out there and available. Any pieces of advice or any words of wisdom you would give somebody who's never used Relativity Collect before?
Dive in. I mean, it's an easy tool to use, especially if you used another collection tool. But the amount of work that goes into setting up the handshake with your corporate client is minimal. 10-minute, 15-minute call with their IT, and you're collecting data. You've got data in the system within an hour or two. We love it. We use it all the time. And I came from the school of Relativity Server, started using Relativity in 2011, and seeing it progress to having everything within one tool, especially for Microsoft 365 clients, makes it so easy, so fast. We love it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, most of our clients' data is in the cloud today.
Right.
And so there are so many advantages to utilizing RelativityOne in the cloud, from cloud to cloud transition to the ability to scale faster, to the ability to customize and create really the workflows that you need in RelativityOne to suit those tight deadlines and those customer needs, I think is a true advantage. And so we
agree.
love the partnership, and we're super happy to hear that you've had success with it.
Also, with our Microsoft 365 clients, it makes security questions so easy.
Yeah.
Right? You're already trusting your data in Microsoft 365. RelativityOne lives in the same Azure cloud. Makes it very easy to get past any of those security questions.
That's right.
Getting data in the door.
That's right. And everybody knows at this point, security is table stakes. You have to have rock solid security to answer the questions and the needs of these large corporate and law firm customers. But I think what differentiates Relativity is our ability to produce the answers to those security questions so quickly.
Right.
We don't bury the lead. We don't save it till last. We're ready and willing to talk about it because we're really proud of Calder 7 and the product security that we've put in place to secure RelativityOne. And like you said, it's built on top of Microsoft Azure, which in and of itself is a very secure platform. Can you share with me some practical strategies that you've implemented to meet deadlines using RelativityOne?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like I mentioned, whenever possible, we use Relativity Collect. We start there, right? We talk to our clients about the broader scope of where does their data live? How can we get that in the door quickly? And then how do we get them reviewing data fast? And it always starts with Relativity Collect if possible. Sometimes that's not an option, but we're extremely excited about the Celebrite addition to Relativity Collect. We've been testing that, and we're very excited about that because that's just another way to get more data in the system very fast. We start there, then we look at structured analytics. What can we remove that we can get client, again, the smallest set of data that needs to get looked at quickly. And then we look at Review Center. Right? How can we leverage Review Center to get the right data looked at first and the right data produced first? So it's all about looking at a broader scope of where their data lives, how can we get that data simplified and in the eyes of reviewers as quickly as possible.
I love that. I think that's right. And we have clients from all over the board as far as their experience with Relativity Server or RelativityOne and how to utilize it. What I love about our partnership is we have clients we've worked on together that some of whom really want to have more of a DIY platform that they can utilize. And what your team does is they come in, they help set up these custom workflows. They help basically set up their data in a way that's really easy to get in and utilize right away. There's no learning curve. There's no massive amount of training that they have to go through to utilize the platform because you're making it easier for them to use on day one so that not only is their data available, but their team is ready. So that's been a huge advantage of the partnership as well. And then for those clients who don't have a team in-house that don't necessarily want to do a lot of the work, you have the people. You can do the work as well. So you guys really can offer the full scale of services, whether it's a self-service client need or a client that really wants you to handle everything from, soup to nuts.
That's right.
Chris, is there anything that you are looking forward to more with this partnership as we continue to grow over the next couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, we're extremely excited about where generative AI is going, right? We're excited about AIR. We've been testing that. We're starting to test Relativity Case Strategy as well as Relativity AIR for privilege as well. So I think the next generation of generative AI is what I'm really excited about, how that can help our clients.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm completely aligned. And look, we have been developing our software to create easier efficiency, easier workflows for clients dealing with really tight timelines and really large data volumes for years. Generative AI is exactly that. And it's not an if, but a when. Most of our clients are putting plans in place today, are putting policies in place today around the ethical use of generative AI and how they're going to utilize it. And legal departments are leaning into it. Because whether we have clients who are actively using it today, and some are, or some clients who are just looking to utilize it in the future, everybody is planning around it because of the amount of efficiency and frankly, the reduction in risk that we are seeing with the use of AIR. And of course, AIR is a suite of products. It's not just AIR for review. There's AIR for privilege, AIR for case strategy. And so we are starting to build around this idea that generative AI can be the assistant to the human element in e-discovery that will enable us to handle these really, really large, changing complex matters, data volumes, data types, et cetera. And so we're excited that you're excited about it. We need the partners like yourself, like PLUSnxt, who are willing to help us talk to our clients and make them successful. That's our goal. We want everybody to be successful with the software. So I am personally super excited about the partnership. My team is super excited about the partnership. And I really appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.